Ahoy! You are listening to
Glass Half Full.
I'm Mulla, the sensible twin.
And I'm Laura, the funnier, prettier, braver, smarter, more...
Okay, we get it. Anyway, welcome to our podcast, where we chat over a hot beverage
or cold, it's completely your choice.
About bits and bobs that help us feel more positive.
And don't forget humor. We are very, very funny as well.
Yes, anywho, hope you enjoy.
Yes, hope you enjoy. We're so funny, like really funny. Oh yeah.
Lovely.
Hey everyone.
Hello.
Ola, what did you just open up?
Tango apple. Apple tango. Sugar-free. Courtesy of Laura and Paul. Thank you.
You are welcome.
What did you open up with? I can actually hear it still.
Yeah, it's so cool. Like, can you hear the bubbles, guys?
Or is it my stomach?
There's a nice new game that we will play later. I have a Pepsi Max Mango. Maximum taste, no sugar. You're welcome. I can feel the air if you need to.
Thank you.
Drink. And now over to you because I'm having a sip.
So yeah, today we have things to shout out about, but we thought that we would give our friend, who we're interviewing later on in the podcast, a chance to rave about her friends and little businesses that she supports.
So this the section will be very short. It's pretty much now over and done with.
Yes.
But we will have more things to shout about maybe next month.
Yes.
But you'll see why, because Birgit, who we'll have an interview with, has loads of like creative friends, and it's nice because they're all kind of local as well to Aberdeen, for example. So yeah.
And worth checking out.
Cool.
You're gonna learn about Estonia now. Boop boop. So this episode is coming out in August, and believe it or not, we Estonians celebrate our independence again. Like we celebrated in February, and also we have our kind of like, is it like a it's like a re-independence.
I wonder how they translated it into English.
Restoration of independence.
Yep.
It was proclaimed in 1991. 20th of August. So
when we were but tiny wee boys.
Okay, I don't know about you, but I think I was a girl still.
Yes. But there's no judgment.
But yeah, so therefore I would like to introduce to you our flag a little bit.
What a great idea.
Yay! Friends with flags, or flags with friends, you know, the
Sheldon and Amy's little segment.
So yeah, our Estonian flag has 3 equal horizontal bands. So it's like blue, which is on top, black,
correct,
and white. Oh yes, I remembered it correctly. Yay! There are like different interpretations of like what they represent. So, for example, blue represents faith, loyalty, and devotion, while also kind of reminiscing of the sky. It's a reminiscent of the sky. Sea and lakes of the country as well, actually. I've always remembered it's like blue as a sky.
Yeah, me too, because of what you will say next, which will be...
And so the black color, which is underneath, symbolizes the soil of the country and the dark past and suffering endured by the Estonian people. We also actually thought it was the woods, you know, like the forest.
Forest in the like winter when they are not green.
It's like, you know, darker colors. And then the white refers to the striving towards enlightenment and virtue, and is the color of birch bark and snow.
Oh, Yes.
as well as summer nights illuminated by the midnight sun.
So if you look at it like with like almost like squinting your eyes, because that's how I feel like it is, that sky on the top, middle is the dark forest, and then when the bottom is like a field of like snow or something.
Pretty sure, like, yeah, when it's one of our Independence Days, then people post these kind of images, kind of resembling our flag, on Facebook and like Instagram. So yeah, I've seen these kind of pictures.
I personally think our flag is like one of the prettiest. I just like the colors together, blue, white, and blue, black, and white. So obviously we're not objective there. We're very subjective.
And if I'm not mistaken, it was actually a student union's flag to begin with. Yeah.
Tartu is our second biggest city, I think. But
and it's a university city.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the first flag when we were kind of trying to gain our independence. That was flagged.
True, flagged up.
And that is it.
That's a very cool fact. Good point for the Independence Day.
Restoration of independence.
Okay. Taasiseseisvumispäev.
Yes.
That's a long one.
Because sadly we have been occupied by many of other countries and powers.
Yes. But we will not turn this into a political podcast. No. We are not going to do that. Yep. Cool. Very cool. I enjoyed that very much.
Thanks.
Offload.
Minute.
Okay, so it's time for our offload minute.
Indeed.
And I've been waiting a month to rant about this. No, it's actually nothing. It's nothing.
Should I be worried?
No, it's funny because now that we've started doing obviously this podcast, sometimes throughout the month you're like, oh, that's my offload minute rant. And then you feel like, anyway, carrying on with my life. So it kind of helps.
Well, sometimes it's like a night before recording the podcast, I will just try and go through many, the lexicon or like the big, what are these called? Like
Girl in a big world. It's not
encyclopedia of, offloads.
What's pushed me off
this month,
this month even.
No, usually there's not a lot. I had to.
No, we're so
really
easy going.
Dig.
Oh, really? Did you?
Yeah.
I could have like 100.
All right. Okay.
That's the type of person that I am.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so my car is not the most newest, obviously, those who know. And I have a center console for my, Spotify and everything like that. That's not the, newest. So one of the days after coming home from a work day, my fast forward button in the car did not work. So I had to sit through the Hall of the Mountain King song by Apocalyptica, which I wasn't in the mood for, to be honest. And right after that, Apocalyptica, Call Me Maybe came on, which I also could have happily skipped.
25.
Yeah. So yeah, I kind of wanted something like different vibes, like chilled and stuff, and I got 2 songs that are not famously chill. Or easygoing, so yeah, that was quite irksome. And then next day the buttons worked magically again. Yeah,
Car
fun times.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Ta-ting. Yeah,
Right.
it was funny. It was a funny one, but yeah, it's like you wanted to skip and it doesn't skip, and it showed that it had registered that I'd pressed it. It just wasn't going, so it's like the start of the I used to love Apocalyptica.
Yes.
I still don't mind it, but you have to be in a certain mood.
Mindset.
Yeah. And then
hey, I just met you.
Anyway,
This is crazy. So crazy.
okay, are you ready
Ready as I'll ever
to
be.
rock and rant and roll?
Is your clock ready?
It is ready. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
This time around, I would like to chat about
55 seconds left.
motorbikes that make too much noise, or cars for that matter, especially when revving. If you are trying to impress me with this, please don't. I'd much rather you just left my world without making too much noise. I don't understand some people who have these very loud bikes. Does this not hurt your own ears? Are you not annoyed that the noise of your vehicle announces your arrival hours before you actually get somewhere?
20 seconds.
Now I realize I started off criticizing bikes and cars that rev. Well, actually, it's the drivers that rev. And I obviously understand some cars naturally make more noise than others, but revving is so 2000 and late. Get a grip.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I know what you mean.
Like you're just nicely walking down the road, and then there's someone just like a bleep is coming and just rocks.
But you know what I always say when that happens?
Your world.
They're just rushing to the hospital to get their penis enlargement surgery.
I can't believe you just said that.
Well, but that's the case, I feel.
Probably.
I totally get it. Yeah,
it's
I hate
an
that as
emergency
well.
situation, yeah.
Yeah.
So
They need to get that
that
enlargement
fast.
quickly. Otherwise, you don't feel like a man.
It's just sometimes like it's just so violently rocks me out of my little daydreams,
And you're just walking around,
Not
just
harming
daydream.
anyone.
Not harming anyone. So
And then there's
yeah, I like how your ones are always nicely like, dear listener, why do you rev so much? It's like almost like a little letter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you feel lighter?
Yes.
Good.
Thank you.
Me too.
Rant over.
Guest of the month.
Who is it?
I do not know.
Tell me who is it?
I don't know who it is, but shall we find out?
Okay. Tere! Meie oleme siin Birgitiga. Tere!
Birgitile!
tere!
Kuidas käsi käib, Birgit? Kuidas sul on läinud?
Taskusse ja välja.
Nii tore.
Just kidding.
So we're back to English now.
Yes.
We're here with Birgit.
Who's a fellow Estonian. That's why the language you heard was Estonian, by the way, guys.
So feel free to rewind and listen to us again in Estonian.
And if you didn't understand, then just make an appointment and come to my language classes.
Exactly. Oh, I like an early plug.
Yeah.
That's good.
So
Good stuff.
I think it's quite good to then go to the first question straight away.
Let's go straight in.
And ask, Birgit, who are you?
I used to hate that question. A long time. Not hate. Hate is a very strong word. I can't say
Despise!
I hate it. But I struggled answering to that question for a long time until I read a book. And that book is written by a neuroscientist, David Eagleman. And it's one of the books that has changed my life in a positive way. I saw that in a bookstore and I opened it. So the title of the book is The Brain, how your brain changes you and how you change your brain, something like that.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
Very.
So it's a story about how things happen in our brain and like facts that I found out in that we don't see with our eyes, but with our brain. We don't hear with our ears, but with our brain. So probably there are a lot of listeners who already know that, but I didn't. And back to that question, why I bought that book was that because all the 6 chapters were as questions.
Oh.
And
Okay.
the first question was, who am I? I'm like, this is written by a neuroscientist. If he can't answer that, I can't answer that question, or give me an answer to that question, nobody else can.
True.
And my answer to that question is, I'm a work in progress. Quotes by David Eagleman.
Oh, I like that.
I like that as
Yeah.
well.
So
I like it.
yeah, work in progress. But when you ask professionally, then again, it's just hard to put one label. So now I'm gonna nick that answer to a friend of mine who, again, she does many things, and she, when she heard my struggles, titling myself or just giving myself a profession, then says that you're a unicorn like I am. I was like, oh, I'm just going to say that from now on when people ask, I'm a unicorn. And what better way to say that in Scotland than, unicorn being the national animal of Scotland. So being a unicorn in Scotland is a really, really fun thing to be.
So you're a professional unicorn.
Yes. You're a national animal of Scotland.
Yes, a beast, a force of nature, as my writing mentor says.
So you mentioned writing there, and I know that's like one big part of you being a unicorn.
Yeah.
But you have so many facets, so I don't...
That's why I'm a unicorn. Like, a unicorn has many colors, has many shades, so do I. I am a writer, I'm a published author. I'm also a writing coach for people who need to write, and they need to write creatively, but they necessarily don't want to be writers. So this is
conundrum.
Yeah, I see writing as a form of communication, which it really is. It's a written form of communication, and we need to write emails. Some people who are entrepreneurs need to write social media, email marketing. Sometimes you need to write a summary of something, or a
social
report.
Media.
Social media. But even like simplest things as writing a proposal or an email, something that you want to be that is read, how to do that. So this is why I say that I work with people who need to write but necessarily don't want to be writers or published authors. I'm also a ghostwriter. For people who don't know who's a ghostwriter,
please explain.
Yes, it's not a writer who writes about ghosts.
Also is a ghost in a way,
but who is a ghost. So a ghostwriter is a ghost behind that writing. So it is someone, he or she is someone who writes, but someone else is going to be the author.
Yeah.
And I love this because I love writing and I love stories, and I love talking to people who, everyone has some amazing stories to share. And again, they don't want to be writers. So this is where ghostwriters come in. James
the people
Patterson,
give you the stories and you write them down.
I write them for them, and then they can become published authors. It can be a memoir or a biography or something non-fiction. Let's say how to business book. They have a business knowledge that they want to share. So the difference between a memoir and a biography is that memoir is an episode of your life or a certain time period, but a biography is everything from the day you were born until this very day. Yeah, so this is the difference.
Interesting.
Yeah.
To know about that. Yeah.
So, and I'm also I'm doing it as a freelancer, but I'm also a ghostwriter for the Storytellers, which is an international agency.
Okay.
And I also do developmental editing.
Right.
Then I'm modeling.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
That's not even all.
Then I'm delivering workshops about writing, so it's just not about personal coaching, but I'm also delivering workshops. And I'm very, very passionate about exploring your life through words.
This is really nice.
A little birdie has told us you're a member of a very elite group as well.
Mastermind.
Yes.
Mastermind.
Okay, this is not a literary word. We have a group of 6 people from all over the world. This is something that we started during lockdown. They're all from different businesses, which is a huge plus.
And the reason why you guys all come together is to share
our wins, share our expertise. If we have some business issues, then we're asking questions, or we're also being accountability partners for each other.
And And I know a really
Yeah,
interesting
there's a-
story there, because
yeah.
I think the reason why Ulla mentioned it is
Yeah.
because your latest book, Alphabet of Life,
Yeah.
available on Amazon. Go get it.
Yeah.
As honestly, it's so good. Like, I ordered one, and I can honestly say I'm not brown nosing or anything like that.
Or you know,
Every day I did it, like, and it was such a nice. Well,
Exercise.
I'll let you explain what it is, because and
No,
how it
I'd
started.
like to hear that because it is a versatile
Yeah.
book, and even the reviews in and on the back cover of it, every member of the review crew brought out something different about that. So the idea for that book came from the post on Facebook in summer 2020, and there are numerous people who have done that before. Just take a letter of alphabet and write something about it. I'd put a picture that I had taken from nature and created a series of posts. And then I think it was a year later in October or something. And again, in one of those mastermind sessions, I was moaning like, "Oh, I need to write another book. I don't want to be a one-hit wonder." And then I was like, and then I've got this series of posts. I don't know what to do with them. And then Simone, she's the Canadian.
Shout out to Simone.
Yeah, she was looking at me like I was a total idiot. And then she said something that everybody else said that they were thinking. I was like, are you listening to yourself? In one same sentence, you're moaning that you need to write a book and you have a material for the book and you don't know what to do with that.
Like 1 + 1 is 2 sometimes, you know?
Yeah. Anything to add there before we move on?
Personal life, I'm also like all those things. I'm a friend. I'm a mother. I'm a woman. I'm a daughter. Yeah, the last time I checked, I was. I'm a daughter. I'm an auntie.
You're an Estonian in Scotland.
I'm Estonian.
Estonian.
Yes,
Nice.
Yes.
I am
I can't
Estonian.
remember. Apologies in advance. I can't remember who was the first person to describe him like that, but I really, really liked it.
Yeah, it's a good phrase.
And
yeah.
the est in the middle is with capital letters.
Oh, right.
So if you take the est out, it's like Aberdonian.
Yes.
But if you put the est in the middle, it's Estonian.
Very good. I see what they
Very-
did
yeah.
there. eh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Anything to add there?
Is there anything to add? Because I might have forgotten something after all.
You mentioned writer of, is it 3 books now or 4? 3?
3, because
3.
the first one is a little poetry book that I published only 100 copies as a Christmas present to my nearest and dearest.
Still counts.
Yeah.
It's still published.
Yeah.
But yeah, the other ones are in English as well, so if
Yeah.
anyone's
Yeah.
interested, we
The,
will
the
put
second
link
one is actually
or-
English and Estonian, which was
Yeah.
cool as well. I got that one as well. And again, nice photos. And then the poem. And what I found interesting in that one was that the poem obviously worked in Estonian, because that's your native tongue.
Yeah.
And then it worked in English, but sometimes it wasn't it wasn't direct translation, because you can't do that sometimes.
Yeah.
And it was just interesting to see, okay, I see what she did there. And yeah, it was,
Yeah, actually I missed something. I do
Oh.
translations as well.
there we go.
So and I'm a speaker.
Well, so many hats.
Oh.
But the work with the happiness book, hashtag becoming happy, as the English version. And
Available on Amazon.
It is bilingual, and that's why I say that I write in 2 languages. So I rarely translate my own work. So when I want to share the same story, then I take the idea and things I want to say, and it's more of a rewrite
Like
Yeah.
than a translation.
formulated.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I
yeah.
really, really like, as you said yourself, you really can't translate everything.
No.
It's more of a using the beauty of both languages, and the playfulness
Yes.
of both languages. So the little puns and idioms and stuff. So I like those, and
Yes.
this is why it's not translated.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
But it is written into languages.
Really good idea there.
Thanks.
Anything else to add?
Just cut it short here.
It's very hard to compress yourself in so many minutes, but I think you've done.
I think you should just cut it off the everything after the unicorn and let people guess what the hell it is.
Definitely not.
But we can maybe find out more later as well. But
those of you who are very interested, and I hope you guys are, we will tag obviously Birgit, you on the Facebook one side and the Instagram side. There's links on your bio to your website, I'm assuming, right? So please go and find out. And the website looks like an art piece. It looks very visually pleasing.
Nice.
Yeah, because we put it up because Birgit also was interviewed for Shmoo, where me and Ulla work, and we did the project on her, and hopefully it's finished soon. And we looked at your website as well, and it was very nice. And anyway,
Thanks.
Fangirling
I really
a bit,
suggest you guys do your clicks and go and find.
Be nosy.
Yeah.
Be nosy. So my question to you is, what made you laugh recently?
It was less than an hour before you.
Oh, okay, very recently.
Yeah, very recently. One of the things I say, nobody likes talking to bots.
To bots?
Yes. But
like robots?
Yes, those online things.
Oh, yes.
Oh, right, yeah.
Chat boxes.
Yeah, chat boxes.
Yeah.
They're usually the most annoying things in the world. Well, I was testing out Google Bard.
Oh.
Because I have a group on Facebook for people who would like to write creatively and writing like a human.
Yes.
I'm all into writing like a human. And then you got to do your research, and I was talking to a bot. I was looking for just testing out instead of Google. Let's try Google Bard, and I was looking for a certain word, and then he said, I hope it was helpful. And, I'm a polite person. So I was like, please, could you look up for this? And then what I like about Bard is that it has thumbs up or thumbs down.
Okay.
And then, hope it was helpful. I said, yes, thanks. And then he was like, can I help you with something else today? I was like, maybe later. Go and have a rest now. And then the Bard replied me, thank you for your kind words. I'll go and have a rest now. So maybe we'll talk later or something like that. And I was just laughing because that was so unexpected to have a normal quote marks conversation with artificial intelligence.
But that's so nice. Nice to be nice, isn't it?
But it made it quite
funny.
Absurd.
Yeah.
Maybe they're alive.
Yeah, you just imagine, because my brain went just crazy, I was like, go and have a rest. You tell artificial intelligence to rest, and then he actually replies, yeah, I go and have a rest now.
Yeah, I bet you with the other bots, he or she was like, oh, such a funny joke. I'll go rest, shall I? Beep, bop, bop, bop.
Power nap.
Yeah, power nap. Oh, good one. Good power.
Yeah.
Power out nap.
Pun intended.
Awesome.
Well,
Love that. Love that.
Sounds like a hoot.
That's a good one.
Well, smoothly on to our next question, which is what is on your aspirations or future goals or bucket list?
Yeah. I was thinking about that as well. So the things with goals is that's a tricky one, because once you say them out, it's like the whole audience is your accountability partners.
True.
And they will right to ask.
Yeah, that is true. Could you share something that you don't want that to happen with, maybe then, like a silly one?
No, I do have something that I can say out, and I don't mind being a bit nudged about this thing. So I don't like long flights, but there is a place I would like to go, and I've been playing with the ideas how to get there without having to fly like those long hours, even waiting for the through Europe train line getting ready.
Okay.
So because I don't mind being probably on a train for a couple of weeks.
Right.
Would a ship take you there?
Is it a secret
Possibly,
destination?
No.
No?
New Zealand.
Oh,
cool,
fair enough.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
it's a
fair enough.
really, really long flight.
Just a smidge, yes.
Maybe you can do many small ones.
Yeah, just to cut it down, or the alternative is
Swim?
no, just buy a business class ticket, and that will just make things easier.
I'm gonna interject there with the next question, unless you have any other aspirations that you haven't.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah? Mhm.
The goal, because that was a bucket list thing. So
Okay.
a goal is something I've been nudged. Is that I will have my own little mini course about writing by the end of the year, at least outlined, if not recorded, then at least outlined.
I feel like that's an achievable one. I can see you doing that easily.
And the other thing is having my own newsletter.
Oh, nice.
So I could start sending out newsletters, because I've got so many ideas that I would like to share.
Yeah.
And that would help me save hours as well, because right now I'm a bit in all of the places.
Yeah.
But newsletter would be something that you could see the writing there and be inspired, maybe have sometimes like monthly creativity exercises or something like that. So
I would like that. If you have it, we can share it.
Yeah.
So
but I don't have it yet.
No.
But
in the future.
It's I'm not a very techie person.
Right, yeah.
Believe it or not,
same here.
having the bachelor's degree from radio production. But when it comes to websites and that kind of thing, this is not really. I could do it, but I just have other priorities. So I've asked my friend to create me that kind of a landing page and whatever is associated with it, so I could have it on my website.
Well, then keep your eyes peeled, people.
Yeah.
My question to you actually is, so this one is a random one, obviously, but it's called The Award Goes To.
Yeah.
So since you know kind of what it is, and I think our listeners will know, basically just choose a category and give an award, whatever award.
It can be funny, it can be serious,
And it could be sentimental.
or fictional, or
Over to you.
I think it's going to be the sentimental one.
Nice.
Because I could come up with things like the most curious person and the funniest laughs and whatever I have, and the biggest car enthusiast, or I've got plenty of awards to give, but I would like to actually honor my mother, because our relationship hasn't always been good.
Right.
It has gone through very difficult times.
Okay.
But I really and truly admire her.
Oh.
She has nerves made out of steel. I was a really tough kid. A really one. I was climbing on the rooftops when I was 5 or 6 years old.
Okay.
wow.
She has always managed to bounce back, no matter the difficulties in life have been. So my award goes to my mom as the most resilient person I know.
Right,
Oh,
that's
lovely.
so nice. That's
Yeah.
a really lovely
And
one.
I even thought about how this award would look like.
Very
Perfect,
good,
because that
because
would have been Ulla's question, I'm
Yes.
sure.
So it is made out of the one of the main things is sea salt, the sea salt crystals, because tears of sadness and tears of happiness, which my mom has probably hidden from me more than I know, are a bit salty, aren't they?
Yeah, that's very profound.
I'm shook.
And the distance between us right now is 1,000 miles, and the only thing that connects us is the sea. So the shape would be like a sea wave or an ocean wave, and the droplets are from the salt crystals, and they can be like a foam or they can be a tears.
Oh,
So
that's
that-
so
Yeah.
nice visual. I love that award. That's such a good one.
It sets the kind of like the feelings and mood there.
Yeah, and then Ulla's gonna go and ruin it with our random question, aren't you?
Yes. So much. So.
That was a moment, and now over to you.
So yes. As I keep saying, some might say, some have said that it's their most favorite question. It changes every month.
Yep,
So
obviously.
it's the mystery question.
And Birgit has not seen that question before. There was no way for her to,
prepare.
So you can be,
random and raunchy.
Absolutely.
This question is
Absolutely,
not
always.
gonna win a prize.
No.
So, would you rather have a pause or a rewind button for your life?
Pause.
And also why? We were straight in
yeah,
there
wow.
with pause.
I didn't even finish the question.
I was, okay.
Have you been asked that before?
No, I just know what I want.
Okay, so explain why, yeah.
Because I'm almost all the time constant, like on the go.
Yes. Okay.
And taking a pause is something that I practice and is a matter of discipline for me. Pausing and taking time to think about things. So I don't want to rewind anything or redo, because everything in my past has made me the person I am today.
True.
And I'm pretty proud of that woman who I've become. But yeah, a button to pause would be just without a doubt if I could have that. And even better if I would have a personal assistant to pause things for me.
Yeah.
Because I forget to pause.
That's
right,
a good little added bit.
Yeah.
That's a really good answer there, and really
gave some insight.
Absolutely, really,
and you said that question is going to break the mood. You see, I'm going back to
Actually,
seriousness. I'm not as funny as you expected me to be.
No, I liked it. It had an idea behind it, and I do agree. Like sometimes we all have to hit the pause button, and I don't know. We obviously like meditation. It's not for everyone.
But yeah, mindfulness and stuff.
Yeah, like, exactly. So it's fair enough.
With the age of like everybody being on phones all the time as well, like
exactly.
it is important to just take a look around.
So Birgit, if you don't mind mentioning some of the tags for our listeners, we'll obviously put them on as well.
So the easiest way is to go to my website, which is www.birgit, BIRGIT itse.com, and there are all my socials. But if you'd like to challenge yourself, then just type in my name into Facebook. Then you'll probably come up for 2 pages. One is my writers page, Birgit Itse, and the other is my personal one. And then I've also got LinkedIn, the same. So basically, when you type in my name into Google, then everything that comes up with my name is me. There's no other Birgit Itse in the world.
Nice. In many ways than just your name.
And then there's my Instagram, where I share my writing. Also on Facebook, hashtag becoming happy.
Yeah, we'll be sure to.
Yeah, there I share my writing. So my Instagram is Omadaoline, which is OMATAOLINE, and which means my kind of.
Yeah, and it will be tagged as well. So guys, please go and check the post.
Yeah.
Talking about like your own websites and pages, and that's why we in the beginning of this podcast didn't have like any shout outs, because you have very creative friends too, here locally, maybe not locally. So please feel free. This is the space for you to do all these shout outs, and we'll be sure to tag them too.
To inspire others.
Yes, please.
So a lot of my friends are from a local Latin dance community.
Love that.
Yeah.
I do salsa, bachata, kizomba, and merengue, and I meet with those people 2 or 3 times a week. So if you go to Latin Dance Aberdeen,
Yep.
then you find out about the classes, and we might be able to meet. Anyway, that is my weekly doses of sanity.
And it's Latin Dance Aberdeen in
Yes.
Facebook.
Yes.
Facebook. Do they have an
Yeah.
Instagram?
They do.
We'll find it from you and tag.
Yeah, there. If you go to the Facebook, you'll find the Instagram there as well.
Okay.
And then the second shout out would be to the amazing photographer who has taken so many great pictures of me.
Yeah.
And that would be Anthony Childers.
We'll
You
tag
can
him as well.
find him also from Facebook
Mhm.
and Instagram as well. If
Perfect.
you click any of my photos on Instagram, then I've tagged him, so it will be just easier to find him that way.
Yeah.
And
Good point.
the crazy good outfits, like if you see something colorful, something that is really edgy and cool, then the third shout out goes to the House of Pushi.
We'll tag them too, yeah.
So
She created a very cool outfit for your
book launch.
Book
wasn't
launch.
it,
Yes,
that we had
a couple of
yes.
months ago.
yeah, that was inspired from the cover of the book and the book itself. And I've got 2 more dresses from her in my wardrobe.
Really, that's
Yeah.
It's a pace to have a friend who is a
Yes, and she's very funny as well. Shout out to all my friends, my family members, and the craziest Estonian twins I know.
Thanks. We'll take it as a compliment.
We absolutely loved having you on, and I guess that's where we finish. And
Well, yeah.
if you guys are interested, hopefully you are. Please find even like the Alphabet of Life, just to do like a morning meditation, mindfulness, writing practice is so
or
useful.
just the reason why it's the Alphabet of Life, just a bit of a self-promotion, is because it really reflected the life I was creating here after moving from Estonia to Scotland shortly before lockdown. So it was written during lockdown, and the words are like an alphabet, the foundation for our communication.
Well, thank you so much. You're a busy lady, so we'll let you get on with your writing projects, which everybody hopefully will go and find out about as well.
Thank you.
And thank you for sitting down with us. We're here in the
Suur aitäh.
bedroom. Suur aitäh,
With the
Birgitile. And there we go. Some ASMR for you guys as well. We're drinking Estonian morse. Very, very Estonian.
And
So,
glasses are half full.
half full.
Yes.
And on that note, bye.
Bye.
Hello. You have reached our voicemail. Please leave your positive message after the beep. Beep. Only kidding, I'm still here. Anyway, call us back.
So this month, my news are also animal related a little bit.
Whoop, whoop.
I hope we don't have the same news. But this, yeah, better not. I saw that on Instagram because I follow Positive News UK. I think is the in the Instagram. But the link itself is about 4 paws. So I went on their website. So it's 4/paws paws.org.uk, and they are basically an animal welfare organization. For animals under direct human influence, which reveals suffering, rescues animals in need, and protects them. I'll tell you a little bit of the backstory, but the reason why I got that as positive news, I'll tell you after this. So the backstory is that 4paws was founded in 1988 in Vienna by Heli Dangler and friends. The organization advocates for a world where humans treat animals with respect, empathy, and understanding. Today with offices in Australia, Austria, Belgium, Bulgaria, France, Germany, Kosovo, the Netherlands, Switzerland, South Africa, Thailand, Ukraine, and UK, and USA and Vietnam today, as well as sanctuaries for rescued animals in 11 countries. 4paws provides rapid help and long-term solutions. They have sustainable campaigns and like projects, and they focus on so they focus on like companion animals, so stray dogs and cats, and also like farm animals and also wild animals like bears, big cats, orangutans, and elephants, kept in inappropriate conditions as well as in disaster and conflict zones. So very interesting organization, really good organization there. But the news story was that they shared is that a designer of a Parisian clothing brand, BA and SH, have announced that it has joined the fur-free retailer initiative. So they committed not to use and market animal fur in its designs. And more than 1,500 brands worldwide have renounced fur fashion and joined that fur-free retailer program.
Whoop!
Yeah, it was like almost like it was a whoop, but also my question is, who are those arseholes still wearing fur anyway?
Yeah, I
like,
thought
that's
that was like...
that's
I don't know.
2000 and late,
Yeah.
you know? Like, it was literally like a decade ago in newspapers that fur is bad. Like, get with it. Like, why is this something that we have to applaud now?
Yeah,
And it's like, you should have been doing that 10 years ago at least.
that's true.
So, yeah, discuss. Because you're obviously a big animal lover as well.
Yeah.
So,
No, yeah,
literally,
so-
have you seen anyone like wearing
Not
actual
that
fur?
I know of, no.
Yeah. Who are those people? Own up, guys.
It's it's kind of it was needed for like indigenous people, like up where it's very, very cold, you know.
Understandable.
It was the only way to survive. But yeah, for like commercial and like,
I just don't understand. Yeah, like it's just mind-boggling to me that that's like a news story anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That should be like long done before, but you know, yay for them, I guess, as well. So I wanted to share it because it is positive news that more and more people are doing that, but it's like a worthy discussion point there as well. That what? Yeah, duh. Like, of course.
What's been happening?
Yeah, exactly. Now, I don't mean those of you guys who have like your grandmother's inherited like minx coat. It's already, the deed has been done, and you know, like, but if you like just actively go and brand in a luxury store for like fur, you need to take a long, hard look at yourself.
It's disgusting.
Disgusting. But yay that they have renounced it.
Yeah. At last.
At long last.
But you said the number that was quite a significant number that other companies and
1,500, but could be like just everyone. It should just
Yeah.
be banned all over, you know. So
Yep.
that's my thoughts. But yeah, it's good that more people are doing that as well.
Yep.
Stop for, you know, guys.
I mean sometimes it's a byproduct, you know, but then
True.
byproduct of what though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like for like for that use only, like to kill an animal. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so that's my positive news. Woo! Great.
Books and music, join us for it if you choose it. Books and music, one more time. Books and music, and yeah.
Laura, remember this little DVD series Mom brought us? Or was it? Did we get them ourselves? But, no, Mom had read a book titled The Number One Ladies Detective Agency
Yes.
by Alexander McCall Smith.
Yes.
And she recommended it to us. So we got a book. She brought the book,
Yep.
which was in Estonian. And then we also actually saw the DVDs with her. So
Yep.
that was all Mom's doing.
Yeah.
So that's the book I wanted to talk about today.
Yeah, nice.
I just kind of remembered it the other day. It's actually a series of novels.
Yep.
I didn't realize that were 23 novels. I think I've only read like 3.
I thought there was like 5 in total or something. 23 of the Ladies First Detective.
Yeah, maybe it's
What?
called like separate
Are you sure?
series. Yeah, well, that's what the
Huh.
internet told me. Like, you know, the all-knowing internet.
Well, tell him
it's-
that it might be wrong.
Right.
The internet.
So, yeah, believing is at your own discretion, but I dug out the number of 23. But yeah, so it's set in Botswana, and it's featuring the a character called Ma Precious Ramotse.
You know what was funny? I thought this was the animal facts section, and I'm like, yes, get to the point. Are you going to talk about Botswanan animals? I get it now. It's a book. I'm slow. That's fine.
It's funny because, just 2 seconds before this segment,
Did say.
books and music, books and music. Has it been a long day for you, Laura?
It's been a long life, to be honest. So, yeah.
Well, that's nice.
Anyway,
That's
back to
something
you.
Celebrate.
Sorry that I
No, that's about it. Like,
Oh.
I recommend people to either read these novels or watch the DVD. Like they might be streamable, maybe.
might be,
We
but we
got them
couldn't
on
find.
DVD.
Yeah, we
Apparently-
wanted them to show to Mom when she was visiting. It was really nice to see them with her.
It was one of the more bigger projects filmed in Botswana. Like it brought in to their economy and like
That's so nice.
yeah.
It
and
was
the-
just chilled vibes as well. It's really like
Yeah.
heartfelt. It's really like, like Paulo Coelho's Alchemist. It's like written simply, but it's like profound.
and like it's just you get invested in the characters and their lives, and like the
Yeah.
main character Mara Precious Ramotse, she's just so like
she's so
likable.
So nice. Yeah,
and it's detective stories, so
yeah.
it's always like a thrill.
Yeah,
You know?
and she's like many good women. She is slightly, more of her to cuddle. Let's put it as
Plumpe.
yeah, but she also says, I am traditionally built.
Yeah.
And that's a really good way to say it.
Yes. Body positive.
And also Alexander McCall Smith, obviously a lot of you would know, is a Scottish writer, which is another cool thing that Mom introduced us to
Yeah.
a writer that we should have known about before her,
Yeah.
having lived in Scotland.
Yeah.
interesting
Life has a funny way, like
Yeah.
in a roundabout way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's what I remember is that they haven't maybe translated all of those 23 books to Estonian. Maybe that's where I go wrong. I don't know.
yeah.
But I'm surprised that there's that many. But that's cool. Anything else to add?
No, that's my book of the month.
It is a very good feel-good book, I would say.
Yes.
There's some harrowing aspects, obviously.
Yeah, there's some like a bit scary bits as well, but
Yeah.
all in all, it's a sort of like a feel good.
Yeah, I would say so. Cool.
Such is life. Life is not all
Yeah.
roses either. but,
Exactly.
yeah.
Sometimes your fast forward button doesn't work. But, enough about
Like-
that.
Yeah, figuratively and literally.
Absolutely. And so my one is also quite feel goody. The author is also Scottish.
Oh,
so
goody.
It's Gavin Oates. Have you read his books?
No.
Oh, you really should, because I have like 2 or 3 even. So I'll tell you a bit about him first. He's currently a really sought after motivational speaker. In my opinion, has definitely deserved all the fame that he now has. But he came from a small place in Scotland and was an unknown, struggling teacher. Then went on to want to become a stand-up comedian, and obviously with that came like a lot of struggles too.
That's a odd transition. Okay.
Yeah. He still enjoys obviously teaching, so I think right now he does kind of like, in a way, a perfect career for him, which is comedy and teaching, because it's like motivational speaking but with the twist of humor. And please go and find out more on his website, gavinoates.com. So it's Gavin and then OATTES.com. He owns Tree of Knowledge, one of the UK's most exciting people development organisations, and that is how I found out about him a couple of years ago. Through work, basically during COVID, he was kind of invited to speak to the staff where I worked, and he was straight away very enthusiastic, very inspiring. I actually
So you met him?
only on like Zoom, but it wasn't like he was just like a speaker that was like linked in to our Zoom call and just
I
did his bit and then
see.
left again. So one of those. So we didn't have like lots of time with him, but I remember that he was so inspirational, so like funny, but in like a really feel goody way. that after that call, I went online and like bought like several of his books straight away. Cause,
Of course you did.
yeah, I'm like that. Like if
Yeah.
if I'm like, oh my god, that's so cool, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna buy your book, no problem.
And then I can borrow them.
Exactly. So I've chosen the book Life Will See You Now, and it basically is one of the few books that he has written, and they are all very good in their own way. He's if you want something that is like honest, funny, and inspirational, with also some, excuse you with the ding.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. So with some like swear words also chucked in, then it's for you. It basically challenges you to live life better than you have to never be afraid of your own style, and to blow in your own goddamn mind for a change. So I'm gonna read out.
Oh no,
some...
you didn't.
I did. So one of the other books, he famously says, "Don't be the best in the world, be the best for the world." Like, how do you just make sure that the world is better because you're in it, rather than like me, which is something that I, would want to do as well. But it's hard because I am sometimes very cynical and stuff like that.
Happens to the best of us.
Aye, right. So I'm gonna read out a tiny bit in the book. So it just says, it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, or what anyone else thinks of you. You're allowed to believe in you. You're allowed to be confident in you. You're allowed to step out of your comfort zone. And when you spot an opportunity that looks and feels right, grab on with 2 hands, keep your feet on the ground, and run as fast as you bloody can. Okay, he said a different word, but
Lordy.
yeah. So then it says like that. He wrote that children need to stop. That somebody said that children need to stop being told to get their head out of the clouds, and instead, he wrote that instead of telling them to get their head out of the clouds, they should be encouraged to get their heads back in the clouds. And also adults need to get their heads back in the clouds and dare to dream a little bit. So then another one that, like, because he also posts like little quotes from others, and I like this one. Blowing out someone else's flame won't make yours shine brighter. Remember that. So that
I've
was an
heard of
anonymous.
that.
Yeah, it's from an anonymous.
That resonates.
Yeah, and some people will only like you if you fit inside their box. Don't be afraid to shove that box up their ass.
There's quite a few
Anonymous.
swear words,
Anonymous.
isn't it?
Yeah, but I think it's
No, I mean,
freaking good.
nothing. I have nothing against it. Like, it might bring in more people to
Yeah.
read it.
Well, listen to this one then. It's not his quote again. It's like anonymous. It's okay to lose your shit sometimes, because if you keep your shit, you'll end up full of shit, and you'll explode, and there'll be shit everywhere. A shit storm, and nobody wants that. So that was a good one. Just a couple more. So that one. So that's from Howard Thurman. Don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself what makes you come alive, and go do that. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. So it doesn't mean that everybody needs to be like an astronaut or something, but yeah, it means if you find your spark. That was one of the ones I think was called like Shine, maybe was that a book, and it was like find your spark and stuff like that. But it also gives like really funny little stories about him and how he did like comedy, and it's like, and then suddenly he got a bit of fame, and then it's like came out of nowhere. Took me 10 years. So it's like, yeah, a lot goes on, and everybody like obviously that sees when you become famous and
I've
stuff.
heard of a lot of people commenting like that. Oh, they became
Came on
famous
and-
overnight, but no,
Hard
I
work,
put
long
hard
time.
work
Yeah.
and like did comedy nights,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
day in day out, like.
That's it, exactly. And he's even written like for the children as well. So I just think like he really deserves you to go and find out more, and maybe get his books as well if you're that way inclined. It's not for everyone, I know that some people like absolutely hate those inspirational stuff, but
Yeah.
this one might be your gateway in, because he does swear a little bit, so
More human.
it's not all like flowers and butterflies. There's some
Nothing
shit
wrong
in there.
with flowers and butterflies at
Nothing wrong with
times.
that. But yeah, that's what I want to do.
Nice one. Yeah, thanks for that.
What about
Shall we crack
music?
on with music?
Mhm.
That's also a blast from the past.
Go for it.
I might have been guilty of going down the memory lane.
Hey, no judgment, no
Looking at
no
my
criminal record there. It's fine.
Spotify list, and guess what I found?
A song.
Yes.
Yes.
The Tribes, Sappho.
Oh my goodness, yes, I
We
love
actually
that.
saw them in
Yes.
Edinburgh, didn't we?
We did see them.
And so I did not realize that. I knew that they split up, but apparently they formed in 2010 in London, like Camden Town, I think.
Okay.
They split in 2012, and then they came together again 2020.
Did they actually come
I think
together
they-
again?
Kind of done a concert or something, and then I think they're not like officially split, so I think they're making music again.
That's really good news because I remember I was gutted because that
Yep.
album, like, it's not often that you.
It was their debut album, Baby, what like the song
The ones
Sappho
that-
was from, and I think we
We liked all of those songs.
Yeah.
Like, all of them were good. It doesn't happen often that you
No.
like all of the songs of an album.
but it was surprising that they split like after
Yeah.
4 years.
I know. I was gutted. I remember.
No, yeah, they mentioned 4 years, but then the numbers don't
They
add
don't
up
add up.
here.
Oh well. But anyway,
Yeah.
Sappho, go and listen to it. Honestly, I vouch for
Yeah.
it. That's a good shout. That's a really good song. Really
With
good
a
song.
girl like Sappho, with a
beautiful.
girl like me.
Beautiful rendition there.
Welcome.
Cool. And then
How about
anything-
yourself?
So talking of about
Use your
album.
words.
I was saying how it's very rare to like all of the songs of an album.
Yeah.
But very recently I found out about an album basically listening to $Ha interview on Happy Place podcast, which I absolutely love. And I was like, oh, interesting. Obviously, who doesn't know Kesha? You know the songs of Timber and
Others.
Right. I'm looking forward to Paul cutting this to the end of the episode for a little Easter egg. Anyway, so she spoke really like candidly about her struggles, about life and everything.
In the
so
music industry as well, what happened.
yeah,
stuff
so she has a new album out as of this, like literally 2 months old, and it's her third album. It's called Gag Order. So she did this one with a producer called Rick Rubin to create a more like vulnerable album. So it's not the old Kesha, Ketolar Sainha. It's so this one touches much more darker themes like her own like depression, some themes of like death, emotional exploitation, and a fight for the truth. So the title, obviously, Gag Order, serves as a reference to the lawsuit between Kesha and Dr. Luke, the latter being accused of sexual assault and battery by the singer, and her inability to speak on it. Musically, it has like different themes in it. It honestly has one song that slightly reminds me of like Beyonce's one song.
You did play me one song in the car.
Yeah, that one is the Fine Line. That's a really cool song. But it has art pop, psychedelic, electronic, experimental, but also like a little bit of influencing from gospel, soul, lo-fi, dark wave, hyperpop, and country. So it's very different from her usual poppy stuff. They're catchy. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong, but they're like different catchy. So honestly, listen to it, guys. So listen to like the Happy Place interview with her first if you want to. That kind of like made me want to listen to the album more because she was speaking about the songs more, and it was really honestly quite like eye-opening and it's a very deep chat, and yeah, she's being like more true to her actual style, she's saying in that one. So I absolutely love all of the songs, but my favorite is Fine Line. All I Need Is You is another really good one. In My Head, and Hate Me Harder. Oh, that's a good one as well. So you could see why I can't just choose one song for that. So yeah, really
I
really
will
good.
try and
album.
get the album.
Yeah, honestly, just go and listen to it on Spotify. Put it on after this if you want.
Yeah.
I listen to my music in the car journey to work and back from work. So
I don't have a car. Ula's fun facts about animals. Well, we have arrived to our last segment, which is about animals. And as per usual, Laura, I have a question for you.
is it usual?
What's Dolce doing?
Oh yes.
Or what has she been up to?
So recently she has, I don't know how that ended up, but she basically has a sore patch or had under her paw.
Okay, I regret asking.
Under her paw, it's fine. And she kept like just licking at it like dogs do, girl. And what she needed to do was have a wee spray of the whatever thing it is, and then put my old sock that I got from Jumpin, which is like really bright green, and tape it with some dog tape thingy. So she did the thing that cats do when they're wearing shoes, where like 3 legs are walking leisurely, and then the 4th one with the sock is like whew, like a big step to the side, and like really dramatic.
Did you take her out for walks with that?
No, it's just like when she was
because
chilling.
that would have been visible in the dark, probably.
It would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Honestly, such a drama queen, and that's that.
Great, thank you for the
Is
update.
it great?
She's my bestie.
Or is it slightly annoying?
I mean, I'm happy for the update.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'd like to actually chat a bit about capybaras.
Oh, wait. Describe.
Well, they are the biggest rodents. They kind of have like this square nose and stuff. Like, I've been seeing these cute chill animals on my TikTok a lot recently. Don't say any facts because then that's my...
I'm asking a question.
Okay.
Are those the ones who like selfies?
Oh, these are quokkas.
Are they similar-ish? Are they like big guinea pigs, basically?
Yeah.
But like brown?
Yeah.
No further questions.
That's the end of my segment.
You may proceed.
Can I approach the bench? Okay.
Approach the bench, please.
Make my
I
case.
can't even say approach the bench.
Bench.
What is life?
What
anyway?
is this? Right.
Please continue. Capybaras?
So some say that they are the calmest animal in the world. They're very chill. And as I said, they are the largest rodent in the world. They are famously also very tolerant of other animals. They're nicknamed moving chairs because birds and rabbits and even monkeys love to sit on them.
Oh, that's such a shame.
They're kind of like semi-aquatic. That means that, you know, they are good swimmers, but they also live on the land. They always live near water, and they like to spend their time swimming. So for the swimming, they have actually formed like webbed feet, and their heads are perfectly shaped for swimming. Apparently, I don't know how that so their eyes, ears, and nostrils are all at the top of their heads, meaning they can spend a long time almost totally submerged. Even though if you look at them, it doesn't look bizarre.
Right, yeah.
But
I was going to say, because if I wouldn't know how they look like right now, I feel like you just like it made like this animal who looks horrible, like all of the things are on top of their head.
Perfectly cute.
Yeah.
They actually, due to this kind of shape, or like wherever their eyes and nose are, they can even sleep in the water with their noses sticking out of the water. But they also, so they are the benches, you know, like the moving chairs, like animals and birds. And hitch rides on them, but they just don't give a hoot about any. Like they're not scared at all. They hitch rides on crocodiles.
Oh my god.
And like without any care in the world. And there was a video about like a capybara just jumping in the air and landing in a pool. Like they just they're very chill. So
Nice. Oh, bless them.
go and look at videos of them. There's a kind of like a song about them as well that's become famous, but I don't think the word actually is capybara that they're singing.
Okay, go for it.
It's on like TikTok. It's quite
Okay.
viral. It's like capybara, capybara, but I think it's like
Okay.
some other letters there, but it sounds very much like capybara. So they are really cool.
Where like in the world do they
I
live?
don't know.
Okay, no further
I've been
questions.
briefed not to have only fun facts.
Okay, let me rephrase. Where do they usually have fun in the world?
Anywhere. Anywhere.
There's
I think
water.
even Japanese, they've kind of gotten them over in Japan, and Japanese people really love them. They're very popular
I
there.
bet you, because Japanese people are so like quirky and cool that they probably have like as pets capybara that uses
think
like an
they
electric toothbrush or something like that, which
I think
is
they can be pets.
pretty cool. Can they be pets? Yeah.
I think so, yeah. From my like copious amounts of research
Fair enough.
last night.
That's
10
cool.
minutes. But yeah,
Very nice. I feel like people should, when they have listened to this podcast episode, maybe send us some cool photos of capybaras that are used as benches. We can post them on our Insta. That'll be quite funny.
yeah.
Go for it, guys.
Oh,
Yeah?
yeah.
Anything else?
Do it. No.
Well, I think this is the last segment, so it was a pleasure chatting to ya.
Same here.
And see here.
We will catch
Yes.
up with
Words
you
and
next month.
words and stuff.
You've been listening to Glass Half Full. Hope it added something positive to your day.
Please follow us on Instagram at classhalf.full or email us at classhalf.full@gmail.com.
We're now also on Facebook.
We've been the Klaas twins, and we will be back again next month with more positive vibes.
Namaste.
No, namaste in bed.
Oh. Oh well.
Oh.
I'm looking forward to Paul cutting this to the end of the episode.
Oh.